Well, here we are. So we are, or I am, the other side of the most incredible experience of my life. Having back surgery for the second time, I hasten to add. I had it 30 years ago. And you'll be glad to hear if you're joining us for the first time since I've been back out of hospital that the surgery was a success. I'm seeing the consultant towards the beginning of May to go over everything. So everything is looking pretty good. But what about the astrology? Because we are here to talk about the week ahead astrology. And I tell you what, I have missed you lot. And I'm just playing around with my iPad because it's not doing what I want it to do and putting do not disturb on. There we go. That's all on now. And because hi Mimini and hi Maria de Rosario and Andy and Jem and all you lovely guys. And if we get plagued by trolls, I know you will form a protective wall around me to basically tell them to go somewhere else and bother somewhere else. So I want to tell you something funny first. Whilst I'm here recovering in my home, I have a gozo cleaning lady who has been promoted to chief carer, to chief chef, to nearly chief everything. Her name is Betty, and she's absolutely lovely. Now, Betty is a Scorpio, and of course, we have a full moon in Scorpio this week. But what I want to mention first, and I think you're going to laugh at this, is that she's been trying to teach me Maltese. And interestingly, my surname, D-I-X, Penny Dix, in Maltese would be pronounced dish, Penny Dish. And I just thought that was quite funny. And I was thinking that, it'd be quite cool to be Penny Dish, not Penny Dix, astrologer Penny Dish. And it's because in the Maltese language, the X is pronounced as a sh, sh, like a sh. So it's just interesting. Oh, thank you guys. You're all leaving some lovely messages, and I did actually, yes, put makeup on specially for this because, a lady does like to feel dressed. I do like to feel I've made the effort and done what I need to do. But what about the astrology? Because we know this weekend we are in the absolute epicenter of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. So the way I'm going to do this particular week ahead video is to actually focus on the Jupiter-Uranus and the full moon in Scorpio, because I've not pre-recorded. I didn't get time before I went in for surgery. So I've not pre-recorded the full moon in Scorpio. So you can take this video as your small introduction to the full moon in Scorpio, and I will come to that in a minute, because it's on Tuesday. So we have actually got astrologically a really action-packed week. So thank you, all of you, for some lovely, lovely compliments. One does one's best. So what do you think? Penny Dix or Penny Dish? Let me know in the chat. And today, of course, is the 21st of April. Where does the time go? My goodness, it's like it just flies by. Do you know, next Tuesday, it will have been a month since I had my surgery. And on Wednesday, it'll be 3 weeks since I actually got home. So as you can see, I've created a different set because I'm in my recliner, and it's just penny dish. You like it, Jen? Thank you. Dick's dishing the goods for the week. I love it, Andy. I love it. Yeah, 1 month already, Gay. I can't believe it. And in fact, in 2 weeks' time, I think, yeah, I go to see the consultant for the first consultation since the operation, and I have to get a back X-ray the day before I go. Let's just think for a minute about the fact that all of this is happening in the energy of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Have a think about what's been going on for you. Because this weekend, if you know your chart well, you will know the chart area that the conjunction is happening in. And that will be telling you something about the part of your life that is being affected by this particular conjunction. So let me give you an example. If you are a Taurus rising, then this conjunction is happening in your first house. So it's very much about you, how you appear to the world, how you feel, how you come across. You could surprise people by making sudden changes, doing things that people wouldn't have expected, just being generally kind of very, very kind of, out there and avant-garde. Now, if you are, say, let's think what we could have, a Pisces rising, then this conjunction today and yesterday, it's yesterday and today, this conjunction would be in your 11th house of hopes, wishes, and dreams, plans. I'll come to 7th house in a minute. Sorry, Cancer rising. I'll come to that in a minute, Ursa. So it would, natal chart, that's right, Cosmic BL. So it's, if you're a Pisces ascendant, then it's about the projects and the plans and the ideas and the dreams and the wishes that you would like to surprise the world and maybe even yourself and others with this kind of next few months and years even. So Ursa is asking me about Cancer rising. So Cancer rising is putting Taurus in your, let me count backwards, Taurus, Gemini, I have to count backwards, Gemini, Taurus. So it's in your, no, I've got that wrong. No, forget what, what I said for Pisces. Actually, that's a Cancer rising because I was counting the wrong way because I can't count because my arithmetic is SH1T basically. Haven't got a clue. So let's go back to Pisces. Pisces, then actually Taurus is in the third house of communication. So for you, Ursa, when I was talking about Pisces rising, that is everything for Cancer rising, about projects that you want to launch, really surprising people with things that you want to bring out. And also for Pisces rising, then what we have to look at is the third house of communication. You could be coming out with things that really surprise people and shock people. And so that's really what we can make of that. Now, I want to talk a little bit also about the fact that the sun, our beating heart, our soul, the soul of our solar system that is reflected in our chest, because in our physical body, we all have this one amazing organ called the heart. It's called the heart because it's the center of our core of our being. And we forget sometimes and don't show it the respect and love that it deserves, because it's just going bumpety boom, bumpety boom, bumpety boom, bumpety boom, and keeping our whole body system going. That's incredible. And we all have a bumpety boom, bumpety boom, bumpety boom. I say this because, so the sun has just moved into the sign of Taurus, which means it's going to move up, and in about 2 weeks' time, it'll be at the same degree as the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. So be aware of what is going on in 2 weeks' time for you in the area of your life that is affected by the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. So hang on, I'm just looking at what Jem's saying. You realize for the first time that heart is in earth. It has the same letters. Oh my God, that is beautiful, Jem. And actually, I have to say, I've never recognized that either. That is beautiful. Well done for spotting that, Jem. I love it. The words of heart are the same as earth. And isn't that beautiful? Because, you know, without the sun, which is our heart, we wouldn't have life on earth. And, you know, there is something about the disrespect of human life on our planet currently, which is completely, utterly shocking. And, you know, if these men in power, and we don't have to bring up any names, but if these governments and these powers thought about the fact that they are sending all these young men to their deaths and saying, hey, you go out there, kill all those people, blow all those people up. People have hearts, have beating hearts that we need to respect and love and honor. The gift of life is something that is so precious, so special. And the fact that we have, or certain people on this planet have such little respect for human life is, quite frankly, appalling, absolutely appalling. And, you know, I often talk about the British astrologer Pam Gregory and how on a Sunday night at what will be in about 2 hours' time, she has her kind of offline but collective meditation for everyone on the planet, wherever they are, to just join in and kind of psychically, spiritually link hands and think about our beating heart and connect with each other and send the love and the healing out to the planet that we need to do, and to each other and to ourselves. It is so important. Yes, thank you, Gay. Pam's collective meditation is at 2 p.m. Eastern Time for those in the US. For those of you in the UK, it's at 7 p.m. in the evening. For me here in Europe, it's at 8 o'clock in the evening. And I will certainly do my best. What's this, Annabelle? Also thinking of Gaia having bombs constantly dropped on her beautiful surface. The energy and trauma surely affects us all. You are so right. Hi, Sue Fabian. Good to see you here. Yes, Annabelle, you're absolutely right, because every bomb we drop on planet Earth is a bomb we are dropping on ourselves, is a knife we are stabbing into our own heart, because that is what we are doing. We are killing our home. It's like, if you're in your own home, do you go around blowing bits of it up? Do you go around breaking things, knocking things over? No, of course we don't. We respect our own home. Well, most people do. We respect our home. We look after it. We make sure we keep it warm and welcoming and loving. Our planet, what it's going through, what it is having to put up with in terms of the damage that we inflict on it. And, God help us if any of them put their fingers on those buttons that destroy nuclear facilities. That would be planetary suicide. Now, what we actually also have to think about with this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, because let's look at both sides of it. We are in the midst of it. Now, for it to affect you personally, you would need to have, say, in an earth sign, or rather in a fixed sign, which is Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, or Scorpio, you would need to have, say, your sun or your moon at a degree of 3 degrees either way from 21 Taurus. So, for instance, my sun in Taurus is at 24 degrees Taurus. So I'm just outside the tight orb of this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. But how could I not come on tonight and stream live with this energy conjunct my sun? It had to be done because, my God, am I going to work this energy in my 10th house of my passion, of my career, of my place on the public stage, what I'm doing now, communicating with you all. So I'm using that energy, and that's what we have to do. We work the astrology, we make it work for us. So your natal Venus is at 21 degrees Taurus. Wow, you are going to be coming out from the shadows, Gem. You are not going to be hiding away. You are going to be coming out and showing us all who you are and surprising the planet on how powerful you are. Remember, Venus rules Taurus, so that is an incredibly powerful position for it to be in. So, Andy, it's your Uranus opposition, which you're curious about. Taurus in the 8th, Scorpio in the 2nd. You bought lottery tickets just in case. Absolutely. That's the kind of craziness that can happen with this. We can't guarantee it, but it is the kind of way to work the energy. And if it isn't that, then it can come to you in another way that you never expected, something completely unexpected, but that something comes to you, even if it's kind of in kind, because sometimes we gain a lot of value through what comes to us through an interesting discussion with another person, an interesting video we watch on YouTube, or a film we see on Netflix that really switches us on, that makes us think. Oh, I love it, Andy. You're totally doing a rain dance and raining down on me. I love it. I love it. And Annabelle, you're Virgo and you bought 2 scratch cards and 1 on both. That's fantastic. I love that. I love that. That is a beautiful way to share the energy of the cosmos. So coming back also to this conjunction, we have to remember that Taurus is an earth sign. Now, one of you lovely subscribers actually mentioned this in one of the comments to me when I was talking about it on the post I put up, I think, yesterday on YouTube, and saying not to forget that this Uranus-Jupiter conjunction is Taurus, which is the body. So we could also say, for me, for instance, that it's about me breaking out, breaking free of what has been restricting me. But I still have to go slow because my body is telling me that. At the moment, my back is doing this. It's saying, I've been sitting still for too long. I need to be getting up and moving. But I'm not going to make tonight a long one because I'm going to focus on the important aspects of this week and then see what happens. But, you know, I think the important things, guys, is it is interesting. Jupiter Uranus is in Taurus about the body, but it's also about the earth. And we may see, not necessarily today, because remember, with these cosmic alignments, the energy can last, just heard a funny noise, can last over several weeks and months. So we may yet see more volcanic activity. We may see it in unexpected places, unusual places. We may also see unexpected earthquakes in unexpected places, like you had the one in New York, which was a surprise because it's not a place that you normally have earthquakes. So the other thing I want to talk about with this Jupiter-Uranus is that the Sun in Taurus today is at 2 degrees. Therefore, it is squaring Pluto, our planet of transformation, our planet of change, of beginnings, of endings. We mustn't forget Pluto sitting there quietly in the wings in Aquarius. Pluto goes retrograde. I think it's at the beginning of May, but I can't remember, and I haven't done the preparation for May yet. But today you've got the Sun and Pluto squaring. So you've got this hard square between the Sun and Pluto, and you've got this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus. Now, I think that is quite interesting. And Andy, I like your take about dreaming of sharing great wealth, because that is actually what it's about. And it's about inviting the abundance that the universe has to give us and then being able to share it, because that is what is not happening on the planet at the moment. There is too much greed. There is too much avarice. It reminds me, and I think I've said this before, about, you know, in the Bible, when Jesus goes into the temple, it's Sunday and we talk about the Bible always, don't we? When Jesus goes into the temple where all the merchants are selling their wares and trading and doing deals, and he is so angry that they cannot have one place that is sacred, one place that is just private for a kind of acknowledgement and respect that there is a power greater than us, that there is a divinity that has our back. And that divine energy certainly has had my back over the last month. And for that, I am truly grateful. Because, and that's the other thing I want to say, is that I really feel all of you in all the comments and lovely things that you've said on many of the short videos I've done and the posts I've done, I have felt lifted up and carried along on a wave of healing. And coming back to that Sun square Pluto today, what we have also is the Moon in Virgo today is making a trine, which is helpful to Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus. So if you think about the Sun in Taurus squaring Pluto, this is saying, watch it. Don't get ahead of yourself. We may have this beating heart, but we have to also respect it. And I think the Sun in Taurus squaring Pluto is acknowledging and respecting the shadow side of everything that is going on at the moment. Because for sure, everything that is happening on the planet, there is a very dark shadow that lurks behind it, if we think of the devastation that is being eked out on certain parts of the planet, like the Middle East, like Ukraine, still in parts of Africa. So we have to be aware of that. Now, these aspects today make today, and a lot of you that I'm talking to are just starting your day. So be aware of these energies as you go through the day. And I think be mindful of thinking about, how can I show respect for Gaia? How can I show respect for planet Earth? How can I show respect for the earth and the heart of the soul of the universe? How can I show respect for the divine? Because we do have to do that. And thank you, Jem. Bless you. Hi, Steve. It's good to see you here. Really nice to see you. Now, tomorrow, because I'm going to move on because it's already 26 minutes past the hour. Tomorrow, Monday, we're still going to be in the energy of this Uranus-Jupiter conjunction. It's going to last for several days. So don't be surprised if, for instance, if you have an interest in the financial markets, if you see a little bit of a kind of bumpy ride tomorrow. So there could be difficulties in cryptocurrencies and this kind of thing. There could also be issues to do with food supplies getting into Gaza, for instance. That could be another manifestation of this energy. Now, also by tomorrow, the moon will have moved in from Virgo into Libra, but by Tuesday, it's moved into Scorpio. And now we come to the second important part of tonight's live feed, which is the full moon in Scorpio, which, as you know, I've not been able to do a separate video for because it was just too much. It was, I have to, I've listened to a lot of what you have said, and a lot of you have said to rest, recover, heal, take care of myself, and I'm doing my best to do that. How's the kitties? The kitties are crazy, crazy. Now, Rudy Red, aka George, I hardly see him. He's living in a cupboard currently, and it's because there's so much traffic in and out of my home, because I have helpers, carers coming in and out, but that's getting less because I'm becoming more independent. And obviously the job of the carers is to, who are lovely, and I know some of them are watching me tonight. So Bernadette, mwah, bless you. You are an absolute angel, and I'm blessed to have you here helping me. And my lovely friend Bernadette is from the Philippines, and she has done blogging herself on her particular social media platform in the Philippines. So you can always check her out. I'll find out what her link is and put it in the chat. And carers are angels, absolutely. And not only that, I've been blessed with 2 or 3 particular friends who have been absolute guardian angels. One friend really has been incredible because she has helped me look after all the cats and like clean out the cat litter boxes, feed them. I have to mention my lovely lady Betty, who does the cleaning for me, who's promoted herself to chief carer and who calls me Penny Dish now. So hi Janice, good to see you. I hope you're okay. And I am thinking of you because I know you are having surgery yourself soon. So I'm very much aware of that. Hello, Beth. Hello from South Dakota. Fantastic. And oh, bless you. Thank you, Bennett. I really appreciate. Howdy, Dan. Oh, howdy. Wow, I'm getting all these Americanisms. But listen, let's just have a quick look at this full moon in Scorpio, because it's at 4 degrees and 17 minutes. And it's actually on the 23rd for most of the planet. And in some parts of the world, it will fall almost on the 24th, but not quite. Because for me here in Central Europe, it's at 23:48, which is 11:48 at night. So it's actually quite late. Now, this is an interesting full moon. First of all, because we have to remember it's Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto and by Mars. Now, Pluto, our planet of transformation, Mars, our planet of energy, assertion, aggression, passion, anything on that level. Now, Pluto, as you know, is about beginnings and endings. Now, the interesting thing about this full moon is that it's making a T-square between the Sun in Taurus and the Moon in Scorpio with Pluto. Now, I'm just having a hot moment. If you see me glowing, I'm getting a bit hot. I put this on because it's really crazy weather. One day I'm sitting in the sun, the next day I'm freezing. So I've had to have the heating on today. Crazy Mediterranean weather. Anyway, back to the full moon in Scorpio, because you know what I'm like. I go witter, witter, witter and go off at a tangent. So let's just think about Scorpio energy, because Scorpio is the shadow and Scorpio is the underworld. Pluto squaring the full moon is shadow stuff, because so this is about something that needs to leave your life. Now, this can be a habit or a behavior. This can be an attitude, a way of thinking. And also this full moon, you know, because it's also Pluto is squaring the sun. It's like it's pushing us. It's like it's pushing us towards rebirth, if that makes sense. It's pushing us towards rebirthing ourselves, transforming ourselves to being something more than who we are. So that is what it is endeavoring to get us to do. So this full moon, I feel, is quite personal and not particularly transpersonal, in the sense that I don't think it's particularly about, oh gosh, I am hot. I don't think it's particularly about, you know, your personal relationships or things like that, unless it falls in your 7th house. Well, for it to be there, you have to be Sun Taurus or you have to be Taurus rising. So let's just think about this, because it's about transformation. We've also got Jupiter and Uranus separating from their conjunction. And Jupiter in Taurus is making a grand Earth trine. So think about this, between Ceres, which is about harvesting in Capricorn, Earth, and Lilith, that is also shadow, in Virgo. So this is quite important. And this is about there's something about this energy. We could see big changes to do with, as I said, the financial kind of energies, the banking sector, big institutions. We could see secrets revealed about banking and economy and investments that are potentially shocking and rock the financial markets for any of you that are interested in what the financial markets may be up to. So this could be a little bit of a tricky week for the financial market. So just be mindful of that. Now, Neptune, our planet of illusion, delusion, confusion, our planet of mystery, of being psychic, in Pisces is sextiling Sedna in Taurus. Now, Sedna, remember, is the goddess of the sea, who is about victimization of women. There is something that could come out in the news about the abuse of women, or we get a big breaking story about groups of women that are abused and not taken care of, looked after. You know, when I talk to some of my helpers and I hear how they are not respected by their employers, and you know, I'm not going to name names or companies or anything, but you know, there is an element of society that has no respect for the underdog, for people that are trying to better themselves. Why can we not all lift each other up to that higher level of consciousness? Remember when I talk about higher frequencies, because we haven't even got to that yet. But we have to remember, and what's so wonderful for me is since I've been home and I'm this other side of the surgery, my blue light beings, my blue light star beings from Orion are around me and I feel them. And it's like I experience them as like blue orbs of light and like flashes and sparkles like that. It's just, yes, Cosmic BL, we do need women to rule. Because you know what? If we were in charge, would we be telling everyone to go out and kill each other? I don't think so. Do we go through 9 months of carrying a baby to then go and have it killed? I don't think so. So, you know, there's a lot that, Andy, I'm just trying to see what you're saying here. How many of you have always championed the underdog? Absolutely. I have for sure my whole life. I feel like many of us here are the same frequency. We need to champion the underdog. We need to pull people up with us, not kick them as we're trying to step on them to get up to where we want to get to. We have to teach our children, and I know, Andy, you are a teacher, and you are so enlightened and so aware that children need to be taught to have much more respect, excuse me, for life, and not just for human life, for animal life, for sentient beings, for all animal life. We don't have enough respect for life in general. Life, we're back to the beating heart that I came in with. Is this beating heart, this part of our solar system that is so intrinsic to our survival. Without the sun at the middle of our particular solar system, we wouldn't be here. And don't forget, we're part of a binary system. We are part of a solar system, a larger solar system that has 2 suns. I just think that is friggin' awesome, because Sirius is our other sun. And Sirius is where the Orion constellation is. And that is why I think the Orion star beings have been connecting with me since 2012. I'm not ready yet for them to start to do more channeling. I need to rebuild my own energies before I get to that point. But yes, Cosmic, we are here to love first and foremost. And you know, you often hear me talk about love, and it is the most important energy. Without it, there is nothing. Heart, soul, love, life, they are all part of the same energy. Now, if we move on, so the full moon, remember, could bring some rather dramatic news to the front. On a personal level, I think anything in your life that has outserved itself, that really does not serve you any longer, if you don't let go of it willingly, will be ripped away. Simple as. So that's what I think the full moon is about. And the full moon, as I said, is on the 23rd of April. I'll do a post for that day. Who knows? If I feel up to it, I might even do a spontaneous live. Who knows? We'll see. So Wednesday the 24th, we're still going to be in the energy of the full moon, and the moon will still be in the sign of Scorpio. Now, Thursday the 25th, I bet you've all forgotten about this, haven't you? Diddly-dee, diddly-dee. The planet of communication, Mercury, goes direct. Yay! Mercury goes direct. How has Mercury been affecting you? Because yes, a little bit with technological stuff, but maybe I've been quite lucky because I've been kind of occupied with other things like having surgery. So whether it was a good thing or a bad thing to have surgery with Mercury direct, I like to see it as a good thing because I think it meant that the surgeon made extra special care or was extra special careful. He got it right. And listen, I do repeat myself sometimes, but I want to tell you something that he said because it moved us both to tears. About 2 days after the surgery, he came into my hospital room. And he came in and he looked at me and he said, "Hi, Penny." And he just went, "Yes, we did it." And I was like, whoa. First of all, I was struck by the fact that he said, "We did it," like you and I, Penny, we did this. We got you through this. Secondly, that he said to me, "Thank you for giving me control of your life for 8.5 hours." We both filled up with tears because it had never occurred to me that when you go for surgery, you give your life to the surgeon and the surgical team. Of course, it's not just the surgeon, it is the surgical team. But he must have been and must be so thrilled that he got me through this. And I just wanted to bring that in because I think because Taurus is Earth and Jupiter Uranus is in Earth, this is also in part something about what this Jupiter Uranus conjunction is for me. Now, sometimes what you'll have to do is take little snippets of what I say about me, because of course it's all about me, and but it's not, it's all about you. And you have to see how it applies to your own life. So Mercury goes direct on the 25th, but remember, it will be in its shadow for a while. I can't remember how long. It'll be about 2 or 3 weeks. It'll be in shadow. I think it's only about 2 weeks. And then by the middle of May, I think it's gone out of its shadow. So it'll be moving into new or virgin territory, which is good news. And Mercury, remember, is still in Aries. And Mercury is all about communication. And I think from the 25th, we're going to see things speeding up on the diplomatic stage. In the diplomatic arena, I think politically we will see things breaking through. We will see things starting to just make a difference so that it's going to feel more powerful, as if at last we're getting somewhere. So that can only be good news. Ruby's birthday is on the 24th, the day before. I'll tell her the universe is giving her the gift of Mercury stationing direct. Absolutely fantastic for her. Hi, Mykonos. Oh, bless you. I'm grateful my surgery went well. Oh, bless you. Keep praying and sending positive energy my way. I do. Hi, Susanna Secret. Mwah! Lovely to see you, Susanna. Well, neither of us, Susanna, and you know what I'm talking about with your things that you sent me, neither of us realized I was as bad as I was, and nothing was going to help me but surgery. And I know you understand that. And I've not forgotten how you tried to help me, Susanna, and it is greatly appreciated. Everyone's help is greatly appreciated. So thank you, Janice. Yes, it is a great story and it needs to be told because you know what? His ego did not take over because he could have gone, yes, I did it. But he didn't. He said, we did it because there were two of us. There was me, the patient, without whom there'd be no surgery, and there was the surgeon. So I just think it was incredible. And yes, I agree, CL. I am recovering quickly, but you know what? And this might be helpful to you, Janice, and to any of others of you who may be going through surgery soon. My determination and attitude to recover and my positivity has been huge. And I've been really helped by the positive energy that I've received from all of you. I really have. It's been incredible, incredible energy. And this is where the power of intentional healing energy, we've proved it works. If you remember Pam Gregory talking about it when she'd had knee problems, and she was saying, and she asked for healing, and we all sent it, and her knees got so much better so that she can now go for her walks again, do what she used to do, because the collective intent of the energy of healing helped heal her. That is extraordinary. But it's not extraordinary, isn't it? Because we live in an extraordinary planet. And that's something else I want to mention about the Jupiter-Uranus is that I think we're all going to be waking up more to the fact that there is more to life than what we see, feel, hear, smell, and touch. And that there are frequencies that work, that we just have to have faith, tune into the healing frequencies, and know with absolute certainty that if I do this and intend this energy back to you with gratitude for the healing you have sent me, it comes from my heart and my soul with absolute gratitude. Now, before I finish tonight's week ahead astrology, Friday and Saturday, I didn't particularly check the transits because I knew I was going to talk too much. Yes, Eileen, attitude is everything. Having your spine fused from T4 to pelvis, it was every day that you could see something extra or you could accomplish. That's what I'm discovering every day, something different. Like I get out of the seat and suddenly I don't need to hold on to anything. Oh my God, I can't tell you how incredible it is. You know, surgery nowadays is extraordinary. But listen, I've got 10 minutes and I've got to get this done because my lovely friend who feeds the cats for me is coming round soon and I have to be ready for her. I have a word for the week. Now, this is quite interesting and you might wonder why I've chosen this particular word. But it's actually procrastination. And procrastination, I think, is an interesting word because I think it's something that we all suffer from at various times. Now, the reason I picked up on this word is because even with all my positivity and my energy and determination to recover, there was still this level of procrastination, of kind of, oh, I'll do my exercises in a minute. Oh, it's too cold. Oh, I don't feel like doing them now. Does any of this ring a bell? How we find ways to put off doing what we know is actually good for us, even if it's a chore in the kitchen that we know will only take us 5 or 10 minutes. We keep scrolling on Facebook. We just go up and down, and never actually getting on with what we're doing. Now, that procrastination, when it is at its extreme, is devastating for people, because what it produces is severe depression, it produces overeating, being out of control of everything to do with taking care of the body. And so what happens with procrastination is there is a complete lack of psychological discipline. What one has to do is break it down into manageable steps. So, for example, I made a little kind of quotation, a sort of a little saying for you to perhaps think about this week, which can help with procrastination, which is, remember, progress, not perfection, is the key. Because if you think about it, for me today, just getting out of bed and going and having a shower was progress, and worked towards me doing my exercises that I really didn't want to do. Not because once I start doing them, I can't do them. It's just that I think there is an element in procrastination of laziness. I think we have that. And so we have to be aware of that. And absolutely, Annabelle, it's self-sabotage. Why would we want to do that to ourselves when we can achieve so much if we just take one little step? Because one little step leads to the next step. And I think what happens is that procrastination takes us into overwhelm, where we think, oh, it's all too much, and now I've left it too many days. It's like if I went 3 days without doing my exercises, I'd go, what's the point? I've blown it now. I'm never going to get fit. I'm never going to get better. Instead of, okay, I've gone 3 days without doing it, I start again. So it's all about attitude, and it's all about self-awareness and, to a certain extent, self-discipline. Discipline is a word that doesn't have very good press, that we don't kind of like. It makes us feel, oh, I'm back at school, or it's my parents going, you must do that, you must do your homework, you must do this. And there's something about the you must, that you must do your exercises, that we don't like, that we go, we go into our child part and say, no, shan't, won't. What's this, Cosmic? You're talking about, could someone tell you what to be expected from Venus 24 degrees, Taurus trining Jupiter in Pisces and Neptune in Aquarius? Oh dear, that's a big thing. So is this transiting Venus, or is this, I'm not sure what you're asking, Cosmic. You'll have to be a little bit more specific. Are you talking about the Uranus-Taurus conjunction? I can't quite see it. Listen, I only have literally 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. I've got 7 minutes left because I have to stop at absolutely on the dot of the hour. And I just want to remind you of the Love Penny newsletter, which I've written and is up on my website. If you're not on the mailing list, go to pennydix.com, and pennydix.com, you sign up to the email list. You can always unsubscribe at any time. I don't send out much stuff, so you'll only get one email from me once a month, which is the Love Penny newsletter. But they're quite fun, and they have some interesting information. I want to remind you about my Neptune video, because it's not doing very well with the views. It's only had 1K, and you know what it is? And I tell you what, it's a damn good video. You go and watch it. My Neptune video, I think it's because people think, oh, Neptune, that's a bit boring. It's not. It really is not. It's a super interesting video. And it's about how Neptune affects you this year in Pisces, because Neptune is coming to the anaretic degree of Pisces. This is huge stuff, everybody, because when Neptune gets to 29 and then 1 degree Aries in the end of 2025, beginning of 2026, it is going to be conjunct Saturn, our planet of restriction, of boundaries. This is the next kind of really big, major conjunction. So you need to understand how Neptune is working in your life, in your chart now. So if you've not watched the Neptune video, all the individual times, zodiac signs are time-stamped. So you don't have to sit through 1 and a bit hours, but listen to the overview. It's really good. I say so myself, but I know it's a good video. And I wouldn't be advertising it if I didn't think it was good. And I think it's just such a shame if you don't see this video. So check that out. Check out the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction video again, because that also has all your individual zodiac signs time-stamped. And also, I'm going to be recording soon in the next couple of weeks. I will be recording the Jupiter video, which is the last of the series of the outer planet videos. And Jupiter, because Jupiter moves into Gemini in May, on May the 16th, which happens to be my birthday. So I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we will come to that. So I will be pre-recording Jupiter. And the other thing I wanted to say is I've done the Love Penny newsletter, Neptune video, recording the Jupiter video. And, you know, it is helpful to watch these outer planet videos because they give you some of the long-term aspects for the year ahead. So it's not like short-term quick fixes that you get with the full moon or the new moon. You're actually getting something that is really taking you into something that is very valuable and can be very useful. Do you go by sun sign with Neptune? No, go by your rising sign. So Annabelle and everyone else, go by your rising sign, whatever your rising sign. So what's that, Dan? I thought those were Leo Dimplex. I don't know what you're saying there. I'm sorry, can't understand you, Dan. So you've lost me on that one. So whatever. And just to remind you that bookings on my website are open from the 2nd week of June. The first week of June is nearly full. The second week is nearly full. Hi, Regina. Good to see you. And what I'm doing is I'm opening up 2 months at a time. So at the moment, you can book for June or July. I think I will probably take August off. I don't think I'm going to see clients in August, to just still give myself a chance to recover properly. And then bookings will be open again from September. So do you know what? God, I've enjoyed this. This has been absolutely amazing. I'm just looking at what Parry is saying here. Peacefulness is the most important part of our journey, with love and harmony together in place of healing and learning. Amen to that. Penny, you are back. Oh, Andy, you are back. Jem, you are back. You are all back. How thrilled am I to have you all here. And yeah, I'm going to take it steady. So I'll do 2 months of seeing clients, but I'm only seeing clients 3 days a week, and I take 2 clients a day. So if you want your spot, you better get in quick and make your booking. And I now, as you know, have a booking system. So just go to pennydix.com, or should we say pennydish.com. So from Astrology with Penny Dish, I'm going to say thank you all so much for joining me. And I'm going to do this all again next Sunday. And I might even do a short one on Tuesday for the full moon. How about that? I'll think about it. I'll see how I'm doing with the back and the exercises. So it's not a promise, it's a maybe. Okay, my loves, I am going to go just as we hit 7 o'clock Central European time. See you soon. Thanks all for being here. I just absolutely love you all. Okay, see you soon. Bye for now. Hang on, I had to press that. Bye.